What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Mazaball. It's the big one, new season predictions for the Premier League. Obviously, if your team isn't as high as you want, apologies, but this is just my predictions. It's not going to happen, obviously. Bottom, I've got Sheffield United. They've got promoted, lost the two players they had on loan from Man City, and lost their best player, which is an ideal preparation. They've not brought in anyone major, so I see them not beating the drop and finishing bottom. Luton, I've got 19th. I think what they've done is very good for a sustainability reason. They're using the money for the stadium and brought in some good championship players, but I don't see them having enough. 18th, I've got Wolves. There's a lot of off-the-field issues with FFP and stuff. They haven't been able to strengthen at all. They've lost Neves, who's arguably their best player, and it's going to be a tough year, I reckon. 17th place, I've got Notts Forest. I think they'll just have enough to escape the drop. They've got some good players there, but they have also lost a few from the summer. Morgan Gibbs-White and people are enough to keep them up, in my opinion. 16th, I've got Fulham. A lot of issues in pre-season with Mitro. Willian, I think, signed a contract and now he's going back to Saudi. And it's just not ideal preparation. Second season syndrome could hit them a bit. 15th, I've got Burnley. They could finish anywhere, to be honest, because they could smash it, but they could also get outclassed with the way they try to play. So I'll go somewhere in the middle. 15th. I think they'll have enough to escape a proper relegation scrap. 14th, I've got Everton. I think at the moment Premier League survival's their aim, just to get through till the new stadium's built. So it's understandable. I've got them being steady under Sean Dyche. 13th, I've got Palace. It's very dependent on if Eze and Elise stay, if I'm honest. They could drop down 5-6 places if they don't. But they always come around 12th to 14th, so I've gone for 13th on the basis they stay. 12th, I've got Bournemouth. They've strengthened quite well and seem to have a bit of momentum. I don't like them because they sacked Gary O'Neill, but I think they'll have a better season this year. 11th, I've got Brentford. Obviously, they might be losing Raya. As it stands, they haven't, and Tony's banned for a while, so there could be a slight drop-off, but I think they've got enough to escape any form of real danger. 10th, I've gone for West Ham. This is on the basis that they spent some of this Declan Rice and Scamacca money. Obviously, they haven't signed anyone at the time of recording, but they've got a good squad there, and they just need a few additions that fit the system, and they'll be right back up in mid-table. 9th, I've got Brighton. I don't know how low they'll drop, to be honest. I've gone for 9th because they seem the best of the rest, but I think they'll struggle with European football being added into their itinerary. 8th, I've got Spurs. I think Angie's a great appointment long term, but I think it may take a season, 18 months or so, just to get it properly free-flowing. So I've gone for 8th on the basis Kane stays. With a few good signings, they could boost up next year. 7th, I've gone for Villa. They've made some great signings, and if anything, 7th, Villa fans might not be too happy with. They might want more, but I've gone for 7th just on the basis other teams are improving around them. I do actually think with Emery, they'll easily walk that Conference League, so that'll be a big plus. So they'll still end up with Europa League. 6th, I've gone for Newcastle. I think it will still be a good season, but I don't see them progressing league-wise just because they're adding Champions League football into their schedule. But it's still a very good season. 5th place, I've gone for Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea are my Premier League team. I think the vibe's been good in pre-season, and I think we'll go well, but not quite have enough for a top 4 finish, but it's a lot better than last season, obviously. 4th, I've gone for Man U. This whole top 4 are very interchangeable. I've gone for Man U 4th just because of the teams above them, to be honest. They've made great signings and could easily be on for a title shot. 3rd place, I've gone for Liverpool. I would have had them favourites if they'd have had a better summer, which I think is a story for Liverpool fans every single season, which must be frustrating, to be honest. But yeah, they've not quite had the summer I anticipated. 2nd, it's the big one, I've gone for City, which I think you know what's coming. But I think they completed their journey when they beat Inter Milan, and it might take a season just to reset, and they've lost a lot of depth as well. First, I've gone for Arsenal. They've signed very well, and it's players that are steady in 4 or 5 positions each one, so they've got a lot of strength and depth, even if they don't have a 25-player squad. But yeah, that's obviously my opinion. It's not going to happen to the T. And that's just my early pre-season thoughts on how the league will go. We will go back and react to this at the end of the season, so it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, if you agree, disagree, let us know in the comments. Let us know who you support and where you think you'll come. There's no bias in this at all. I've tried to be as unbiased as possible, hence Arsenal winning the league, even though I'm a Chelsea fan. So anyway, thank you for watching. Take care and peace.